Picture this. A little boy riding his bike through the neighborhood, delivering newspapers like the classic video game Paperboy. That was me, navigating the streets, while also having to navigate a very complicated relationship that I had with my father. I would like to share with you how those early life experiences shaped my life, leading me on a journey to letting go of long-held grudges. I held grudges against my father for years. If I wanted to feel small, whenever I would talk to my dad, that's what he would do. He would make me feel small. He rarely came to extracurricular events, but when he did, I could watch this man transform into this engaging individual, communicating with my peers, forgetting that I exist. Those feelings followed me into my adulthood, where little me drove big me. I found myself silencing my voice, feeling small, questioning my capabilities. Webster's dictionary defines a grudge as a feeling of resentment from a past hurt. I carried that burden believing it was a shield, but in truth, it was poison. One that was affecting my happiness, my relationships. I yearn to be a good friend. I yearn to be a good husband. I want to be a halfway decent father. That meant I needed to confront my past. I needed to learn to let it go. Dr. Angela Buttmeyer, she is a licensed psychotherapist. She is the CEO of the Atlanta Center of Mindfulness. She says that holding on to a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. The weight I was carrying was making me sick, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I needed to figure out how to change. My father and I had this very complicated relationship. It wasn't until his passing in 2022, when his body succumbed to cancer that ravaged his entire body, when I really began to understand the importance of forgiveness, of acceptance. During his final years, we had a lot of great conversations. But sometimes I would catch him looking off into the distance. He had this expression on his face like he was drowning. And I say, "Hey, Pop, what's going on? You okay? What are you thinking?" And he'd look at me like he needed an answer. The question was, why did she do me like that? He was speaking of his mother, my grandmother. And I say, "Pop, listen, you've been on your own for 56 years. You left the house when you were 16 years old. Every decision that you made that decision. Your inability to move forward, to forgive, it hindered the type of relationship that you and I deserved. So the question is, how do you let go of grudges?" I would like to share with you 3 things that helped me. Number 1, acceptance. You have to accept whatever the hurt. There's no DeLorean that we can get into to go back in time to change that. You have to accept it. But it is important to know that whatever that hurt is, it doesn't define you. Your past does not dictate who or what you can become. Number 2, forgive yourself. Forgiveness doesn't condone what happened. Forgiveness doesn't make it okay. Forgiveness means you are releasing that pain, that hurt, that anger. You are giving yourself a chance to move forward. And number 3, consider the other side. Dr. Christian Conti, he's considered the leading expert in mental health. He advises that you think about someone you hurt, someone that you disappointed. Would you want them to hold a grudge against you? Listen, I get it. Letting go of grudges isn't easy. It's work. But it is necessary for peace, for growth. When we release our past. We create a space where you can have an opportunity to have acceptance, where you can have a space where forgiveness lives, where you can consider others. And if we can do those things, maybe we can have the type of relationships with the people that we love, that we care about, so we can have what we all deserve, which is connection.